Well, hey folks, Species 7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Oh, I made it. And welcome back to Farm Sim 25. Holy cow, I thought I'd never get to this field of man, that was a rough trip. Look at how long this thing is. Getting it to go around the corners, and it doesn't help that it's one of those articulated dealies. To the point where I'm not even going to attempt to do this. So, I mean, because, you know, these guys are so good at it, we'll let them go. Okay. And, H. Hope everybody's doing well today. Oh, I was going, okay. Maybe I should have picked a different worker. Alright, now he's going to get himself into some sort of position. And flip the thing the other way. So I do hope everybody's doing alright. It is the 22nd of February today. Now anybody that watched yesterday's episode knows that at about minute 7 things got a little Mother Nature-y around here. In fact, yeah, we had a 4.7 earthquake. The epicenter was about 23, 24 kilometers from where I'm sitting. So yeah, it was a nice little shaker. And of course, being, you know, that we are, where in God's name are you going? Residents of BC did no damage. No injuries, no damage, just, well, kind of rattled a few people, I guess. But beyond that, yeah. Geez, you know, for the width of that thing, it's not much wider than our little plow. But there we are. We're going to let them get on with that. Why? It's a $40,000 contract. So, yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch. So, yeah, it was, the neat thing is, I mean, I know you guys could hear the rattle, 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 rattle as everything was shaking. But because I had my mic on at the time, I actually recorded the tremor itself. I use a fairly decent grade Cartoid mic. They're great because they're very, very omnidirectional. But depending where you put them, you can really focus it so, you know, it's picking up your voice, but it's not picking up the keyboard behind the mic. Like here, I'll tap my key. Right, that's not bad. But they are very, very, very susceptible to vibration. Like any vibrations, they'll pick it up as sound right away, because of course sound is vibration. But to the point where anyone you see on YouTube or whatever podcasts that uses them, they're suspended in an elastic holder, basically. And that's to try and isolate them as much as possible from any kind of vibration. So there was sort of, now when you go to render the file, it shows you, because I separate my audio tracks, it shows you a rendered graph of your audio, like laid out like you'd see in, you know, a popular audio editor or something. And yeah, it was this relatively thick, fairly smooth, you know, peaks here and there as the voice changes or the tractor tone changes as we're going along. And then, yeah, there's this, looks like a frickin' failed lie detector all of a sudden. This scratchy little line that get tiny, like the spikes are so close together, but they're far enough apart, you can tell it's not just that thick bar anymore. And then it gets progressively bigger. Then it stays at the big point for almost 8 seconds, and then starts to go back to the lower point of it, and then you can see where it finally stops off. But it starts and ends long before you can actually hear it on the recording, right? Because again, it's picking up the actual vibration coming through the ground, you know, through my computer desk, the arm that holds it, my mixer, the wires themselves on the desk. Yeah, it looked cool as heck. For sure. Alright. Ooh. There's 600 bucks we didn't know we were gonna have. Nice. Very nice. So it didn't look like they had far to go. He doesn't. He's only got one more row. Cool. And then I guess we'll lime the field. And then figure out what crop we're gonna put in. I mean, we won't be able to do it now, obviously, because it's, well, it's October. We kind of got screwed out of September thanks to the patch. For some reason, I still don't know why that happened. Dude, what in the heck are you doing? You couldn't have just backed up? I mean, you're gonna anyway. Unbelievable. I can't decide if these guys are getting paid by the hour or the mile sometimes. Boy, if you look at the graphic around where it's digging, you'd think it was getting a lot more rocks than it is. Jeez. That rock counter should just be like, look like a bale counter, man. As your baler's filling up. Alright, and you are done. Kinda. There we go. Alright, so I would assume at this point that they want lime. Although, assuming is a road. Okay, there we go. You know what they say when you make an assumption. You're probably wrong. So let's go down and grab the spreader of the liminess. Whoa, alright. Show me you're out of control without showing me you're out of control. You're a lunatic. Gads, man. What were you thinking? Alright, let's get you parked up. Could use a little diesel, too. And, well, actually, this ain't that bad. Getting a little muddy. But it is a working implement, so let's pop you back in your hole. Oop, good enough. Get off of me. Alright, lines is way over there. Yeah, still got a fair bit in it. Hopefully that'll be enough. Not bad. Which, considering when we looked at it 20 seconds after we harvested the last bean and it said needed weeded, needed lime, needed plowed, needed... Yeah, it was like, okay. Apparently from now on this field is our only project on the farm. Well, that plowing contract's not exactly zipping along, is it? I sure hope he hasn't already got himself stuck in a tree or some ridiculous thing like that. Would not be happy. Ooh, sneaky, almost sneaky. Yeah, it's gonna be as difficult as possible, because I'm where there's the most trees. Did they do something with the steer back again in the last patch? Just feels really sluggish again. Really sluggish. The more I play this map, the more frustrated I become with the actual claustrophobicness of it. And it's not the hedges, which is usually what bothers me. It's the placement of the trees. Every edge and every end of every field, it's almost impossible to see where your tractor is unless you're sitting in the cab. And then, of course, you can't see what your implement's doing. So, yeah, it gets, you know, like this one's no different. It looks nice and clear until you actually look at it from this angle. And then it's just, where'd he go? We didn't have enough lime? I don't know. Dang, it does eat the lime, eh? I mean, it's not super duper expensive, but when you use as much of it as you tend to here, she ain't cheap. See, and there once again, under the trees we go, so you can't see when to turn yourself straight. So you have to do all of this stuff to actually get in line. There you go, look at that. So professional, species, my God. How do you do it? What they all ask. Yeah, that's the one. Oops. I accidentally dropped the... Think I could have a line here, please, somewhere? Hello? Oh, what the heck? I'm not trying to hire a worker. What the heck are you doing? Weird. Okay. Oh, I see. That's a line. Aren't you funny? I must have accidentally pressed something, I guess the H button, or whatever it is that makes it all go away. I guess the people in the country that look after looking at all the specs and stuff on earthquakes were a little bit confused right after it happened because it was shut off. I guess it was really shallow. It was only like about 5 kilometers underground. And I guess when that happens, it tends to radiate at fairly significant different sort of levels depending on the direction. Right. And they actually thought at first that there had been 2 earthquakes. One about, well, I guess it would be about 40 kilometers in the other direction from us that was actually a 5.1. And then, like I said, the one that was 23 kilometers away at 4.7. And it turned out that was the reason. It was because it generated so much more powerfully in one direction than it did in some of the others, that it actually appeared as an almost simultaneous but different earthquake. So yeah, it was kind of weird. The first reports were that we'd sort of been sandwiched between 2 simultaneous earthquakes. But no, just the one. It's just not your average, you know, bridge wrecker or whatever you want to call them. And again, because we're basically all mountains and oceans around here, there wasn't much happened. You know, obviously the taller the building, the worse it would have felt. You know. But, yeah, it was good times. I know, not really. Earthquakes aren't supposed to be good times, but it was a mild enough event to just be, you know, the icing on the cake of the old Asian curse that may live in exciting times. It was just enough excitement to let you know that, yeah, don't get too comfy there, bucko. Yeah. You don't need to be out driving your car for the world to have an accident. Alright, let's go and see what's going on with our plowing buddy. There he is. He's still doing the headland. Oh, sort of. God, no wonder it takes him so long. Now he's going to drive in a circle just to pick up that second angle. And he had to put the plow into transport mode to do that. Unbelievable. See, this is all he actually had to do, was pull forward and then back up. Is he going to go far enough back to actually overlap it? He is. Good stuff. Oh. Are you going to turn the corner a little bit here, or are we just going to do the same thing? Oh, you're actually going to just turn. You're going to wait till you get 20 feet away from here and then do another weird maneuver. Yeah, I'm pretty sure with my own, our little plow there, whatever it is, 6 meters or something, it's probably as big a plowing area as this one, without being as awkward. What are you just going to drive right into the fence, aren't you? I can't face anymore. So, I finally remembered, thanks to one more awesome reminder from the ever great Mr. Sooty Farmer, to put in the auto water greenhouse thingy mod. So that should just sort of take care of itself from this point. Now, from what I understand, it takes a little while. So, luckily enough, we have actually come up here, of course, and chucked some of our own water in, right? Yeah, 2280. Yeah, looks like it's probably about the same for all of them. Ooh, 346. Crap. We might have to re-wetinate that one. Doop, 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 doop. Chooka, chooka, chooka. And for those of you that didn't get the reference, the last time I did that chooka, chooka, chooka thing, yeah, I think Arrested Development. Okay, we are going to... I think we want the smaller, slightly more maneuverable tractor. There we go, all filled up. Not a lot of room in this place, man. Anywhere on this map, everything seems to have this sort of an issue. You got to really finagle around to get anything done. I say, towing that super long plow behind that giant tractor. Oh man, that was just... yeah. Probably better that it wasn't recorded. That'd change my YouTube rating, I tell you what. Oh, alright. Dump the water. Bite me. No, that's gonna block my way. The little market. There we go. Perfect. That should hopefully keep them going until we do actually have the automated system running. I guess it takes them a while to get all the pipes in and whatever. Okay. See how everybody's doing. 7,800. That's probably not bad. A little bit of goat milk. A little bit of wool. What you guys doing? Yeah, I know, eh? I feel like that too on some days. Okay, most days. I just want to flip out, scream a lot, jump up and down, and flip the heck out, man. Because, yeah, it's just the way the world is at the moment. Alrighty, how we doing here? Okay, you're not shy on anything. 4,000 liters of milk, that's not bad. And poop and slurry, 8,000 on the slurry. It is pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Now I see there's a mod that adjusts a couple of things with manure and slurry. It slows the flow rate so that if you're playing, I think it's on medium or hard, it pays more to use it for fertilizer than it does to sell it. And if you're playing on easy mode, then at $473 and you've done 10%, so you're telling me it's going to cost $4 grand in pay for you to do that field? Buddy, you better hurry up. If you're on easy mode, then it actually pays more to sell it than use it. But that's a good thinking, that mod. Because, I mean, you always run into the issue that, yeah, sure, nice organic fertilizer, you know, and the cows are giving it to me for, you know, just basically keeping them around. Problem needs a lime. Oh, okay. You know, the problem is no matter how many of them you have and how much of it you get, it's just never even close to enough. Right? So, yeah, this would alleviate that. It would go far enough that you'd actually be tempted to use it, and if you didn't have the wherewithal to have, you know, 1,000 cows and blah blah blah, you could sell it and still make a reasonable dollar. So not a bad mod, somebody's thinking, other than just reskinning the same tractors 48 times. Okay, yeah, I kinda have to. Yeah, I'm thinking this is probably gonna take a while. Alright, now I pull forward and go parallel with the other one. Pull forward. What the heck are you doing? Really? Put it into transport mode, yeah. God's name, what are you doing? And why did you leave such a big gap down the middle? See, again, that's all he had to do was pull forward. That rack wheel cocked off the ground, that's funny. Oh man, this is just too much. Too much. It's gonna make me want to buy a gun and go visit him. Alright. Shoot the tires out on his tractor. Go there, that help you turn the corners any better? Let's, dive back in here. A cultivating job, eh? Go away. Just go away. Alright, apparently we've got a weight to pick up. Okay, that'll go we with this. Oh god. Really? You're gonna make it that easy? It's like right over there? Are you serious? What's the matter with this game? Don't they realize they're supposed to make it awkward and miserable so I can complain and whinge and whine? We're here. Here's a big puppy, eh? Look at this field. Okay. No point going any closer because we know they're just going to want to do it themselves anyway. Alright. Well, we'll see you around. I don't like the round map. There we go. Okay. Away he goes. Yeah, that was one of the things that they did say they patched. So the AI workers would actually, you know, do things in the order you tell them to do them, I believe, is how they wrote it. So, which, yeah, that's kind of what we were going for. Alright. Let's jump in here, but let's go a little different. Farmland. $429,000. Well, that's certainly more than we can afford. I don't know how we're supposed to get to that. Oh, I see. What about you? 290. $167. See, here's our cornfield. That's our farm up there. You can just see the last of the buildings. It's not a bad little bit of field. Needs lime, needs plowing. Yeah, that's reasonable. So there's the road in. Not nice, eh? Cool. Is F3 for fishing? Just kidding. That's New World F3 is for fishing, in case you're wondering where that comes from. So, well, that's certainly an interesting choice. What else have we got here? So that's 18. That's a decent field. What about 15? Ooh, 368. That's a little more. What are we looking at? Yeah. Kinda like the other one better. It's not that big, but... $290. Ew. Cotton, harvested cotton. 2.8 hectares, eh? Oh, let's be somewhere other than there. Alright, so that means we got a field to work on. Yeah, where? I know it's right on the other side of the cornfield. How do we get there? No, that's the cornfield. There is another one right before the bridge. Okay, I didn't see that there was a road here. This is the one we want. Beautiful. And, there we go. Cool. And away we go. Alright, well, I think with that, guys, I'm going to call the episode here. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of things going on. We got to get those other 2 contracts. That's a good 70k worth of money there. So, yeah. We'll make most of this field back in the not-too-distant future. So, but at any rate, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to hit that like button. Till next time, though, take care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.